Next, for 70 years, we are getting 7.5 as the per annum interest rate. And next, let's enter 60. We are getting the same. Now, let's go back to our previous program. If the bank decides to change the interest rate in this case, then the user has to change in all the applicable places here. So, which is not a good programming point of view. So, we have made the code such a way that now we have written a function separately to calculate the interest rate, and thus if any changes in the interest rate, making the changes in one part of the code in the function reflects wherever the function is being called. Hence, this also helps in minimizing the error factor of the program. Now let us see some examples of built-in functions. As explained earlier, we have already seen some examples of built-in functions. In this case, let us see some examples like float, input, absolute, binary. So we have already seen examples of input. Let us run this program along with and then explain the program. Enter a floating number. So the print is coming from this. Enter a floating number. Let us enter a floating number now. So we have entered 3.765. So the number entered in float is 3.765. Entered number in float is 3.765. Then we are converting the float into an integer. So int is a built-in function that is used to convert the floating point number to an integer number. And when we convert this, we get an integer number, and this integer number is stored in the variable int num. And when we display the same thing, the int num, we get the value. Floating number converted to integer is 3. So this floating number is being converted to integer number using the int built-in function call. Now next, the program is asking to enter a negative number. Let's enter a negative number. So now the entered negative number minus 198 is being converted to plus 198 using a built-in function called as absolute. So abs is the built-in function call that converts the negative number to the positive number. Next, let's say that we have a value 1 equal to 15, and when we want a binary equivalent of a decimal number, we can use the built-in function bin and pass the required value, and we get the binary equivalent of the number passed. So for example, here the binary value of 15 is, it is displayed in binary 0b, binary value 1111. So this is nothing but equivalent of 15. So there are several other built-in functions in Python which can be used. Now let us see some more examples of functions where one module can call the functions that is present from other module. Let us now open a file. We have a file called as file1.py, and let us open the other file, file2.py. So here this is our first file and this is our second file. So in second file we have defined some business logic functions such as area of a circle, area of a rectangle, area of a triangle. And from the first file we are importing the second file using import file2. So we have to specify the name of the file that we are supposed to import. So in this case the name of this file is file2. Now after importing, we can use the functions present here. That is nothing but we can use it by specifying the name of the file, file2 dot area circle. So this function area circle can be called using file2 dot area circle and passing the required parameters. In the same way, area of rectangle can be called using file2.area rectangle and passing the required parameters. And area of the triangle similarly will be called using file2.area triangle, which is nothing but this one. So we get the area of the triangle. Let us execute this program and see the output. Python file1.py. So if we enter python followed by file1.py, we got value of name in file2 is file2. Let's analyze why we have got this output here. Now if we go to the file1, in this file1, the first statement is import file2. So as soon as file2 is imported, it starts executing the file2. And here we can see that we have entered the print value of underscore underscore name in file2 is the value of underscore underscore name in file2 is file2. So this is the print that we have got. Also, in the previous video sessions, we have mentioned that the value of underscore underscore name, if it is run as a standalone file, we'll have underscore underscore main. If if the module is being called from some other module, then the value of underscore underscore name underscore underscore variable will have the name of the file. So in this case, this holds the name of the file, which is nothing but file2. Now main execution in file1 started. Underscore underscore name value is underscore underscore main. So again the execution comes here, because in this case the value of underscore underscore name underscore underscore is equal to underscore underscore main underscore underscore. So when this file is ran as a standalone file, the value of this variable will have the main as a string. Now we have assigned a value of 100 to the radius, and we are passing the same thing to this function, and we get the output. Area of the circle is as required. In the same way, we get area of the rectangle is x into y, and area of the triangle is half into base into height. This is the area of the triangle whose base is 20 and height is 20. Similarly, the area of the rectangle whose length is 30 and breadth is 40. So we got 1200 as its area. So a point to be noted here is we can import other file and use the other files function call. So in Python, the file with .py file is called as a module, and we can import other modules and use the function calls that are present in other modules. If we have not imported this file, then we cannot call this functions of other module. So in this video session, we have seen different examples of functions such as built-in function, user-defined functions, calling a function from other modules. Thank you.